Good morning, students. Today we're going to start with our next exercise, that is 2.9. But before I start the exercise, I want to tell you something regarding concept that we're going to use in exercise 2.9. आज हम एक्सरसाइज 2.9 स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं, बट उससे पहले मैं आपको कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट से रिलेटेड बातें बताना चाहूँगी उस कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में जो अभी हम एक्सरसाइज में यूज़ करने वाले हैं विद सिंपल डिजिट के साथ बताएंगे हम आपको, वहाँ हम बड़े नंबर के साथ करेंगे. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्ट. So the thing is, if I say you need to find a number, two less than 5. Now what does less mean? I need you to find a number. Find a number 2 less than 5. आपको ऐसा नंबर फाइंड करना है जो 2 लेस है किससे लेस है? 5 से. Since it is less, so it must be a smaller number. It must be smaller than 5. And whenever we have to find a smaller number, which operation are we going to use? We use mathematical operators like. So out of addition and subtraction, which one are we going to use now? So that will be subtraction. Why subtraction? Since we need to find the smaller number. So in order to find the smaller number, you need to operate the operator of subtraction. So what we're going to do now, since the bigger number is 5, that's the main thing, right? 5 has to come here. Now we have to find a number 2 less than 5. So what we're going to do, we're going to subtract this 2 from this 5. And what we are left with? 3. So 3 is a number which is 2 less than 5. I hope understood. So just remember, whenever we have to find less than, that means we need to find smaller number. And for smaller number, we proceed with subtraction. So let's move to the first question of our exercise, which is something like this. Which number is 34,013 less than 36,541? Since the word here is less, so in order to find the less, we need to find a smaller number than this one. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do here subtraction. We're going to do subtraction here. First we need to write this number, 36,541, and the other number that has to be subtracted is this one. Since the number we have to find is this much less, so let's subtract this from this number, 34,013. So let's just subtract them now, since 1 is smaller than 3, so we need to borrow. 11 minus 3 comes out to be 8. 3 minus 1 is possible, so no need to borrow now. 5 minus 0, this is 5, and you are taking nothing out of 5, so it will remain 5 only. 6 minus 4, 2. 3 minus 3, 0. So this is the number which is 34,013 less than this number. So here you have to write that 2,528 is the number which is 34,013 less than 36,541. I hope understood. Let's move to our second question. Which number is 81,240 greater than this? Greater. Now we have to find greater number. Now what does greater signify? We need to add. In order to find the greater one, we need to find the larger number, and that larger number can only be obtained by adding. If I say you like, which number is 2 greater than 4? Since we are talking about greater, so it must be greater than both of them. So how can we get a number which is greater than both of them? By adding them. It comes out to be 6. So this is your answer. This thing you have to keep in mind. So here, since it is greater, so it signifies we have to add. Now which two numbers are to be added? These two numbers, and they become your Irenda. So let's just add them. So let's just see what it comes out to be. 74791. So your answer comes out to be 1,97,471 is 81,240 greater than 1,16,231. That's all. So here we have our third question. The sum of two numbers is this. Sum of two numbers is this. When do we get sum? How do we get sum? By adding. Sum of two numbers means sum of two numbers. What does this mean? It means two numbers might have been added, right? After adding two numbers, we get sum. There must be some number 1, some number 2, and then you get sum, right? So since it is a sum, it must have been obtained by adding two numbers, right? So let's read ahead what the statement says. If one of the numbers is, since I wrote like this now, this is a place for number 1, and we are adding number 2, and then we get sum, right? And your sum will always be greater than both these numbers. आपका ये sum जो है ये दोनों नंबर से हमेशा greater ही होगा, बड़ा ही होगा. Suppose देखो 2 plus 4, if I add them it comes out to be 6. आपका ये जो 6 है वो 2 से भी बड़ा है और 4 से भी बड़ा है. ये दोनों इससे छोटे ही हैं. किसी भी के साथ with any numbers of your choice you can do this. Results will come out to be same. Suppose I am adding 10 plus 15. It comes out to be 25 because after addition your number increases. So these addenda will always be less than your sum, right? So what I was saying is that number 1 plus number 2 must be equal to your sum. Now sum of two numbers is this. It means he has told us about the sum. Sum is given, that is 80,051. One number, that is number 1 is also given. Number 1 is 38,735. Now what we have to find? Find the other number. That is we are supposed to find number 2 or the second number that we have to find. Since we are given with the sum and number 1, then we have to find number 2. So what do you think? Number 2 will be smaller than sum or greater than sum? Obviously, that will be smaller than sum. So what we're going to do here, since we have to find the smaller number, so what we're going to do? Addition or subtraction? Since we have to find the smaller, since this number is going to be smaller than sum, so we have to proceed with the subtraction. Okay? So let's do that. First of all, we'll write the sum. What is your sum? That is 80,051, right? So first number that is 38,735. After subtracting them, what we're gonna get? We're gonna get second number. Subtract करने के बाद हमें second number मिल जाएगा. Okay. 1 is smaller than 5, so we need to borrow 6. 4 minus 3 is possible 1. So again, this will borrow from this since it is already 0. So first it need to borrow from this one. it will become 7, it will become 10. Now this one 0 will borrow from it, becoming 10, and this will become 9, right? This one 4 is on this 5. It's okay. Now 10 minus 7 comes out to be 3, and 9 minus 8 comes out to be 1, 7 minus 3 comes out to be 4. So this is your second number. So the other number is 41,316. Okay, our last question of the exercise. What will be the difference? Now, what does difference signify? What does difference signify? When we subtract two numbers. When we subtract two numbers, the answer obtained is called the difference. For example, if I subtract 5 minus 4, this one is called difference. Okay? So now it's clear what is difference. It's obtained by subtracting two numbers. Okay, now let's read the rest of the statement. What will be the difference if sum of this and this? Now what does sum signifies? We need to add these two numbers. So the first thing we're going to do, let's just add them. So let's just see what it comes out to be. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 1 here, 6 here. It's 6. It's 3. And it's 7. After doing the addition or subtraction, you have to check it at least 2 times to make sure that there is no mistake in your calculation. Okay? So let's go ahead now. If the sum of this is subtracted from this, now you just see we have this number and this number for subtraction. Now when we do subtraction, make sure the number which is larger should be on the top here. First we need to write the larger number on the top. So out of this one and this one, see which one is larger one? This one. So we can place it here. Now we're going to subtract from this one number. Something like this you have already done in your grade 3, so I don't think it's going to be a difficult thing for you or a tough thing for you. 8 minus 8, 0. 3 minus 6, not possible, so we need to borrow. It comes out to be 7. 4 minus 6, again not possible since 4 is a smaller number, so we need to borrow. 2 minus 3, again not possible, so we need to borrow. 12 minus 3 comes out to be 9. Now 1 minus 7, again not possible, so we need to borrow. It comes out to be 4, it comes out to be 1.